I'd like to call this September 24, 2025 special session of the Board of Public Safety to order. And we'll go on to the approval of the consent agenda. The consent agenda for this afternoon consists of certification of the executive sessions from 8/21/2025 and 9/24/2025. Approval of minutes from August 21st, 2025, regular session. Approval of claims from August 29th, 2025 to September 12th, 2025, and September 26th, 2025. Approval of payroll from August 22nd, 2025 to September 5th, 2025, and September 19th of 2025. And does any member of the board wish to have any one or more of these items removed from the consent agenda to be discussed separately? Okay, hearing none. Does any member of the board have any objections to any of the items on the consent agenda? Hearing none. The items on the consent agenda are approved. All right, now we'll go on to this business.
All right, our stats for the month. Calls for service, as you can see, we continue to trend up. To date, through August, we've responded to 56,500 calls for service. That's an increase of almost, or a little over 7,400 calls for service from the same period in 2024, showing us about a 15% increase. This tracking with our trend, continue to have a lot of calls for service and continue to stay pretty busy. You can go to the next one, great. Comparisons, 23 to 25 crime totals. As you can see, our trends are kind of all across the board. And you'll notice that some of the crimes have gone up, some have trended a little down this year, but all around, again, we don't have one solid area where we're seeing a constant increase or decrease. Traffic stop comparison, traffic stops year to date are about on track for what we saw over the last couple of years. They are slightly down from 24, but we're obviously not at the end of the year, and officers continue to look at traffic issues and enforce as necessary. Crimes involving weapons, so far in 2025, we've had 199 incidents with weapons involved. Firearms have been reported in about 70% of those incidents in 2025, and 17 of those resulted in an incident where a firearm was fired at a person. Slightly down, but again, we're not all the way through the year, so we'll see how that continues to trend for us. Adult arrests this month have jumped up. August is in some regards a busy month for us. It is where students start to come back. We have a lot more contacts. Calls for service generally go up, so adult arrests generally go up as well. Juvenile referrals were slightly up this month. Nothing's particularly significant, and just a little over what we experienced in 2024. No hate crimes in, this is not a hate crime reporting period. That'll be at the end of September, but to date we don't have any. So, nuisance calls, again, disturbances continue to be almost 80% of our nuisance type calls, and followed by vandalism and intoxication. As we always like to point out, when we look at this graph, intoxication is usually a factor in our nuisance calls as well. It's just not the primary call or primary reason for the call. Next stat, training hours. We had a little over 1,400 training hours this month. Some highlights: 13 of our officers attended a crisis negotiation conference. We had 10 officers complete their 3-day in-service. We had 4 officers attend a 16-hour canine legal course. We had some recertification courses attended. We had 1 officer attend a 12-hour ICAT instructor certification course, which ICAT is about decision-making and de-escalation, and we continue to use it routinely in all of our training modalities, so having an extra instructor there is helpful. We had officers go through some leadership training specifically for task force and detectives, and one of our officers attended an 8-hour mental health first aid course. Our usual monthly training with K9 and CDU occurred as well. Next slide. Community engagement, we had 13 events for the month of August for 53 hours, and we had 26 personnel involved. You see what we did previously in the month of August. Coming up, actually I think Touch a Truck at Monroe Hospital already occurred. We started our Residence Academy, and that's ongoing every Tuesday night for the next several weeks, where they'll go through a variety of topics. We continually work on our outreach with Forever Friends with the Humane Society, and we continually work with BFD, MIH for car seat clinics.
When is that?
It's Friday
Okay.
from 3 to 5.
There you
I
go.
actually had it on my notes to make sure
We were gonna get credit for it.
we already put the Facebook post on. I just shared it.
Oh,
So.
okay.
Wow.
We'll steal it.
Yeah, we're taking that.
Talk to our Facebook person about that.
Yeah.
Actually, it was my post that they reposted.
Yeah. So we should.
There we go.
There you go.
All right. Our social workers, our mental health professional, our mental health provider team did 120 referrals and had 664 contacts. Some highlights, some wins from there. They assisted a client with access to grief support group for mothers grieving the loss of a child, connected a client with Centerstone for mental health services, assisted an elderly client with getting their house prepared for them to return home. And our ORS folks assisted 2 long-term clients with collecting all the necessary paperwork to get them moved into an apartment, which should be happening in September. That's a big win for us anytime we can move somebody through that process and get them into some housing. ORS participated with the library and community kitchen in assisting some customers with their social service needs. And ORS assisted a client with applying for food stamps and Medicaid. No major general business. I'll let Captain Pedigo go over personnel, unless you have some general business to discuss.
No, I'm good.
Okay, I'm just checking.
We currently sit at 94 out of 105 authorized as of, I think actually we just went to 94 this week.
Yeah.
We had one with a medical retirement. So we dropped down to we're 11 short. We have the 3 for conditionals today, and several have reached out recently inquiring about when our next open process will be. Again, we're kind of running in that area where we start to kind of saturate our ability to train new officers, but we have 5 at the academy right now, and when they come back, they're obviously going to, that'll put some more, if these 3 make it through the entire process, or if they're approved by the board, make it through the process, and then we tack on 5 more, that'll be pretty taxing on our field training unit. So kind of at the mercy of our ability to train new officers right now as far as having another open hiring process.
Okay. All right, we'll go on to the promotion. Can I get a motion to promote Senior Police Officer Jeffrey Raybold to the rank of Sergeant effective September 15th, 2025?
I so moved.
We got it. So we got a motion. Can we get a second?
I'll second that.
We have a second. I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? No discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. None opposed. The motion passes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
God will.
Thank you. Speech? You want to give a speech or anything? No.
You want me to stick around or mile?
You're on, you stick around.
Okay, we'll go on to the approval of conditional employment of Skylar Condra. Can I get a motion for conditional offer of employment for Skylar Condra, conditional upon completion of all remaining steps of the hiring process?
I would move that.
Okay.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? No, no discussion. All in favor? Say
Aye.
aye. Opposed? None. Motion passes. All right. Can I get a motion for conditional offer of employment for Gabrielle Mitchum, conditional upon the completion of all remaining, all the remaining steps of the hiring process?
Also move.
We got a motion and a second. Is there a discussion? No. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
None opposed? Motion passes. Can I get a motion for conditional offer of employment for Andrew Shelton, conditional upon the completion of all remaining steps of the hiring process?
I make a motion.
Okay, we got a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Purchases and expenditures, you'll continue to see our usual refit of equipment, expenditures such as that. We had some vehicle purchases that were just replacement vehicles, other equipment that is just coming up on its usual replacement cycle. We had one ARV deployment in August, which was for a high-risk search warrant in which the suspect was known to be armed. And that occurred without any major incidents, no use of the force or anything like that from it.
All right. So year to date, we're at 4519 for runs. That's the breakdown for the year to date. For August, 18 fire calls, rescue EMS 274, hazmat 29, service 72, false alarms 131, other 110. So those runs for August, it is up 12% from August of 24 and up 42% from August of 2020. Incident types, again, here they are, just said that. And then IU, 525, so it's gone up 13% in the last month. Of course, it matters when they're on campus, right? but we had false alarms even when they weren't on campus, so it's that. Next. And then,
Do I need to go back one?
no, you are right on track. No, that just a graphic on IU and their 525 runs for year to date. Next one. And then responses, I had to give 2 points of, our runs were so dispersed that they really didn't have any hot spots in August, which was odd, so. And then our inspection activity, you can see we're at 32% of our goal, and these are our commercial inspections, the ones that we deem more high risk. Left-hand side, their outreach, so we just started that in May, so year to date we're at 646, and they did a big chunk of it in August. 59 smoke detector installations to date, and right now our community engagement officer, he's spending a lot of time at Novo. I'm not sure what the last part of the name is, but it's the former Catalent. Their entire plant's getting training on fire extinguisher training, so hands-on for that. Next. So training for August. So it's training by month, how we're trending. So summer is typically low, but we've still had September hours are going to increase due to the 2 new hires that started September 15th. They are going to be sworn in at 2 o'clock Friday. I believe all of you got an invitation to that. That's at council chambers. We had the August conferences, leadership block, 100, 200 is being hosted. Well, it's actually the week of 9/11, so you'll see that next month. And then continuation of tech rescue training. Next, MIH. So we again have our our shared car seat event Friday with the health department and PD at 3 to 5, Showers West. And you can see where we've had, like I said, we had 3 car seats in August. They've done a few things out in the community. You can see we went to the Stride Center for a patient with infected leg wounds, and so they're all better now due to their involvement getting them where they needed to be. They were at PD's National Night Out, and we made first aid kits for backpacks. And then we've done community events and after hours and provided first aid care. And that's it. General business, we have the ongoing lots of purchases, expenditures. General business, our merit commission approved a hiring list of 15 just last night, so we're good there. We still have an open posting for administrative assistant, which is part-time. Right now we have 140 applicants for that part-time position with no benefits, which I can't figure that out, but so the swearing in, the car seat, personnel issues. We have one person out on long-term is out for work comp. We won't see him back until 26 most likely. 3 are off on light duty. One of them we actually had 2 injuries at the Summit Point fire. One's still on light duty and one's returned to duty from that. One off on FMLA. He'll be back next month. And then financially, we have the ongoing bond projects. Station 3, the grand reopening will be October 6th, 3:30 in the afternoon for that. And they are moving ground at our training and logistics center, and we look to be under roof, as I've heard it, February. They are anticipating nasty weather, so we were hoping December, but so. That's it for me.
Any old business to discuss? No old business? New business? Just like to say to the police department, really appreciate the extra patrol on Kirkwood and Dunn. That's been noticed and looks like it's helping quite a bit. Because I know it was getting pretty crazy down there. Okay, any petitions or communications from the audience? No? All right, this special session of the Board of Public Safety is adjourned.
Well done.